In Bayonetta, you play as a witch named Bayonetta. Your goal is to kill the agents of the Lumen Sages as they are trying to kill Bayonetta because she is an Umbra witch. I will say right off the bat that the story is very convoluted and poorly told, despite the many cutscenes. It doesn't help that the voice acting is quite bad. There are 5 different difficulties: very easy for completely new players, easy for casuals, normal for intermediates, hard for those wanting a bit of a challenge, and non-stop infinite climax for experts at this game type. Bayonetta plays like a Devil May Cry clone, which is not surprising since this was made by a lot of the same people. The controls are solid. Y for arm weapons, B for leg weapons, X for shooting, and A for jumping. What makes the controls work so well is the great combo system. It's easy enough for most people to pull off, while complex enough not to become boring. The game is played out through multiple chapters. Some are long, some are short, and some are boss fights. Each chapter is separated into verses. These verses serve as checkpoints where if you die, you start right after the previous verse. You are also rated at the end of each verse. The rating you get is dependent on how much damage you take, how much time you use, and your combo score. The verse ratings add up to an overall chapter rating, which then adds up to an overall rating for the difficulty that you're playing on. Learning when to dodge is vital. While Bayonetta can take a decent amount of punishment, the damage can still add up rather quickly, and even one death can completely ruin your rating. Also, successfully dodging an enemy's attack puts you into witch time, which is really just this game's way of saying bullet time or slow motion. Now I know you want to see one of these cutscenes firsthand, so here you go.
You only run away so fast because you've got something to run from. Me! But you can't escape me forever!
And yes, she can turn her hair into monsters whom eat some of the larger enemies. Her hair also forms her clothes. There are a lot of weapons and power-ups in this game. Some you get by finding, some by buying, some by beating the game on certain difficulties. The weapons range from handguns, both on her hands and feet, to claws and whips, to ice skates, and even a lightsaber. One of the worst parts of the game are the QuickTime Events. They like to pop up mid-cutscene, and if you miss it, then you die. They tend to be tricky, popping up when you don't expect them, but they don't pop up when you're sure one's coming.
The shadow remains cast.
This game has some very epic boss battles, both in scale and progression. And for the most part, you don't just hit them till they stop moving, you can actually rip them apart. This game is quite fun. The story is stupid, and the characters besides Bayonetta herself are bland, but the actual gameplay is excellently done. And there's a lot of replay value with getting new items, new characters, and beating your old scores as well as completing for high scores and fast times over Xbox Live. I give this a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching, see ya next time.